What's up, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here. Hope everybody is doing well. And I know, forgive the dramatic thumbnail, but I wanted to talk about a topic here that I think is pretty important to discuss. And it's how really Boundless, how Scopely, how Monster Entertainment, Scopely, has sort of devalued your money here in Marvel Strike Force. Now, I never want to tell anybody what to do with their money. Your money is your money. Do your thing. If you want to spend on the game, then you spend on the game, right? As a matter of fact, I budget spend on this game. I think I've talked about it already, right? I spend $70 to $100 a month on Marvel Strike Force. Now, I am a content creator, so I do spend to be able to make certain content in the game. I've said this probably a lot of times that if I wasn't a content creator, I probably wouldn't spend anything because I just don't really see the value all the time in what you're spending on. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things here that I think lead towards why I think your money is sort of devalued in MSF here. And I'm going to first start off with talking about character releases, right? So right now, if we jump into the store, we see this ridiculous offer, $100, right? For what, 12 orbs, you're getting 100 shards. This really pricey offer. We've seen them do something similar like this before with the way that they released Gambit, but on a normal basis, their character offers, right, are $50, right? $50 offers. You get you get a guaranteed amount of shards, 55 shards. And then you get some orbs that could land you some good drops, depending on the day, right? You could get some good drops there. But back in the day, right, you used to be able to spend $50 on a character, and then you would know that whatever event came around, if you were at least an endgame player or early endgame or mid to endgame, late mid to endgame player here, you knew that, all right, based on the event, I'm probably going to be able to get a 5-star character, right? That has dramatically changed in Marvel Strike Force over the past basically year, right? It's been very different. You've seen it ramp up a little bit more over the past 6 to 8 months. We've seen this with characters like Spider-Man 2099. We're seeing it now. We saw it with Abomination. We saw it with Brawn. There's Hulkbuster. There's currently right now Spider-Man Noir, right? If we look at the Night Spider event, if you spend $50 on a character, you're probably only going to get 4 stars on the Spider-Man Noir, right? Barely a little bit over 4 stars is what you're going to get for completing this event. So back in the day, you used to be able to get a 5-star character by spending $50 and then doing the event. Now you're kind of barely getting a 4-star character as it's currently constituted. And I think that that's kind of bad because they're sort of devaluing what you're spending your money on. You used to be able to spend to kind of get a little bit ahead, but now you're used to spend to be able to get decent amount ahead, and now you're spending to kind of get barely ahead. In my opinion, the value of your dollar has dropped as it pertains to the $50 offers. And then of course we have the 45 shard unlock characters. Used to be $25. You get a guaranteed amount of shards, and then you would get some orbs on top of that to really kind of get you over the hump. You would guarantee to get a 2-star unlock there, and then you were also able to get some extra shards that would kind of kick you towards getting closer to 4 stars, right? Because that's what you would spend a $25 offer. Now it's a lot of these 45 shard unlocks. Some of the offers are coming out at $50, and that's all you can grab, right? Like Spider Weaver, for instance. Now I know she is the original, she's another one of the original characters from Marvel Strike Force, but they didn't give you an option as to whether or not you could spend $25 on her or $50. It was a $50 offer, and then sure, they kind of trickled in some secondary offers there, but the first initial offer was $50 or else. It was not 25 and some shards that they used to do in the past. So in my opinion, once again, it's kind of one of those things where it's kind of devalued a little bit of what you're spending, and sometimes it's not even worth it to kind of try to do it to get ahead, because you're not really getting that much ahead anyways when you kind of evaluate it and look at it sort of that way. Now all you're kind of getting is just orbs for 45 shard character unlock. They give you, it basically shows up like this, right? Like if you look at this exclusive offer right here for Mr. Negative. Now this is not the perfect example, but this is very similar to what you would see for a 45 shard character unlock, a 2-star character unlock. You would get like 12 orbs here, some extra stuff, and then there would be like a $50 offer that would give you some more orbs with some extra stuff. 12K, that's it, 12 orbs, 12K fragments is what I actually meant if I misspoke on that one. And then we talk about some other things that are in the game, right? Like Battle Pass, for instance. Like if you jump over to Real Time Arena, you would spend $20 a month on this, and then you would get 100 shards of a character that's not farmable, right? Now in the battle pass, you can spend 20 bucks, but then you're only getting 65 shards of an unfarmable character. So right now for Doctor Strange Heartless, he is you're getting 65 shards. So you spend 20 bucks here, you're getting some teal gear up top, and then you're getting 500 cores, which was always there, but then you're only getting 65 shards of the character now. So they've kind of devalued what you spend there, and I think are some other factors that have kind of killed the battle pass and the need for you to spend on the battle pass, right? For instance, there's Cosmic Crucible now, which gives out some mini uniques. The battle pass was never giving out the mini uniques for G16s, so therefore that kind of devalued it a little bit there. Then you also have Doom 3 raids right now, right, which are giving out orange gear raid orbs every day, and that's kind of giving you enough of the orange gear that you need if you're kind of spacing out your upgrades and only upgrading specific characters for your Apocalypse Saga. They are kind of in a decent spot where you don't necessarily need to spend on the battle pass if you're okay with forfeiting 65 shards, which I personally am, so therefore I'm not spending money on the battle pass in my personal opinion. So there's some other outside factors that are definitely contributing to it, but I still do think that overall the value has gone down in terms of what you used to spend and what you used to get. And you might say, well, no, the teal gear is there, Goofy, like the teal gear is there, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, but before there used to be the coveted G15s that were tough to get that were in the battle pass before, and you'd still get 100 shards of a character. Now, like I said too, I think that there's some other outside factors, is that maybe now the way that they look at it is you're doing less work to actually complete the battle pass, so therefore they're like, okay, well, we're gonna give you less stuff for it. Either way, I think that you should have still kept it. You're kind of stingy with a lot of other resources anyways. I don't think you needed to really that stingy when it comes to this. I still do think the strike pass though is still decent value, and you may want to argue with me on this one. That's fine. Number one, like, you spend 20 bucks, you're getting 1,000 cores, right? Like out of the gate, right? You're getting this. So I think that that's good value there. You're still getting, for an unfarmable character, you're still getting pretty close, I think, to getting 100 shards of that character. So if we do the math right here, let's look at Wongers. How much are you getting for Wonger? So 15 shards right there, then 10, 25, 35, then another 10 here, so 45, 55, then you're okay, 65, 75, okay, 85, 95. Are they only giving you 95 shards, or did I like miss a 5 drop somewhere? Like, yeah, so 95 shards. So you're still getting close to 100 shards of an unfarmable character. You're getting 1,000 cores, and then I like this a lot because of you're getting some health catalysts here. You're getting some of the stat catalysts. You're also getting some of the orange gear elites, the orange elite orb fragments. I actually think those are good value because of the hero uniques that drop from them. Now you're getting a guaranteed 1 drop at least for a hero unique, and those are a massive bottleneck in MSF when it comes to endgame. So I actually do think that the strike pass is good value. It's still debatable on whether or not you actually want to grab it. And then you're also getting some old shards for an older character, Elsa, as well, which I know can be helpful for some earlier players who probably don't want to farm Elsa or are farming Elsa because they want to use her in a Scourge event, right? So there's still some value there. But apart from that, guys, not really even good things like gold offers anymore, right? They're not really, there's very little microtransactions in MSF. Everything is also the kind of macro transactions right now in the game. So in my opinion, like I said, the overall point of this video is, man, your value in MSF has gone down tremendously. What you spend on $50 for a character used to mean that you could get a 5-star character based on the event. Now $50 is giving you a 4-star character based on with the additional event that's coming around. 45 shard unlocks are now $50 shard unlock, $50 unlocks now. You're not necessarily getting the 25 plus shards. You're not getting that anymore. The battle pass devalued in my opinion because of, yes, CC and raids have contributed to that, but also you're not getting 100 shards by spending 20 bucks a month anymore. You're also getting less cores than you are getting in the battle pass. And then, yeah, no good gold offers, very little microtransactions, all sort of macro transactions now in MSF. In my opinion, your value, the money that you're spending on this game, the value has gone down quite a bit here. So Curious to know what your guys' thoughts are on this. I know that there's probably some outside factors, right? Maybe there's inflation, right, going on because of what's happened with the pandemic. That could be it, but I do think that we already started to see some of the signs of this before the effects of the pandemic kind of really hit, right? So in my personal opinion, I don't really kind of blame it on that. I think it's just Scopely being Scopely, if you ask me. So want to know what your thoughts are, guys, on all the stuff I just talked about. I know I kind of just went through a rapid pace here, but you know me, man. I like to talk about topics that I think not everybody's talking about. Maybe doesn't get all the views all the time, but at the end of the day, man, it just keeps things interesting for me. At least I gotta stay true to myself, right? Listen, love you guys much. Appreciate you watching the video. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until next time, guys, I'll be blessed. I'll be safe.